Good morning to my friends. Good morning to you. I'm just wondering, how was your day yesterday? Was it a good day yesterday? I'm sure it was a good day yesterday. Let's go ahead and get real. Let's get real serious real quick. And let's start with the metronome. The metronome is, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, friend. Metronome's going. Got that rolling. We've got also, let's see, we have a fingernail file, but I don't need it because I broke my fingernails yesterday. And I should have a tuning fork here somewhere. Robbie, good morning. We're just going to go ahead and tune up the old battle axe. Happy Thursday. Good morning, Lex. Good morning, Mr. G. Good morning. Glad to have you here this morning. We are going to be talking about warming up. You know, surprise, surprise. All right, I've got my other phone going so that I can maybe keep up with visualizing what's coming up for commentary, and I hope everybody's been enjoying a good day. And I'm just going to prepare for a moment with some light tuning. And of course, we'll come back to it as we play a little bit. We'll come back to retuning the guitar, revisiting and maintaining. Yeah. Yeah, this really, I don't know if you've ever played this, the C major chord here on position number 8 with the G as a G chord is really cool because you get that sort of nice like 6 on the top. Fun to fool around with and just kind of be aware of. All right, who do we have? M. Fish, good morning, Michael. Good morning. Another day, another note. Another day, another, I think, dollar. TJ is in the house. Well, good morning. Good morning, TJ, from across the pond. Great to have you here with us this morning. You know, here's the metronome. It's working. And depth cut 94 as at 94. Amy McDonald. All right, good morning. Good morning. Robbie's saying good morning to TJ here. Using open strings is cheating, bro. Didn't you know that? All right, so the open strings, it is a little bit like cheating, isn't it? I remember learning all of like, you know, the Thelonious Monk repertoire, and I think I remember looking at, you know, some of that harmony, that harmonic content, and the, you know, those dissonances that he'd like smash into on the piano, you know. And once upon a time, I was sort of a specialist in that area, but I remember there not being like a whole lot of open strings. We were focusing on just you know, in a current video that I'm sort of like, we're releasing shorts around this video right now. It's the Tom Petty Wildflowers. There was like a 30th anniversary that I totally missed. And I remember we placed the capo on fret number 5 for You belong among the wildflowers. You belong, you know, boat out at sea. And then I remember those chords. We should know how to play all of those without a capo, right? But then it's like, you know, you don't get the same, you know, the capo sort of helps us to finger these chords that we normally wouldn't be able to reach. And once upon a time, I do remember thinking to myself, you know, any self-respecting guitar player is going to learn how to play every single chord in every single place on the guitar. And I do remember being that person. And then I fell in love with the capo. The capo was just like a little magic tool, and I have one right here. Actually, it should be on my guitar neck, but I've been using another one by G7th that is just so beautiful, and it's just so unexpected, you know. Unexpectedly it's crafty. So I think we're on capo 5, and it literally shortens the scale length of the guitar, you know. 1, 2, 3, bum, 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 dun. It'll be a little slower. Favorite part is this. Yeah, just really great stuff. There's so many great great things happening in the world of well, in the world in general. So many great things. And you know, it's our job to look for and, you know, support those great things, right? So speaking of great things, let's go ahead and transition into our official down home fretboard morning ritual for the guitar growth. For all you neck runners out there, that's right, we're going to switch it on hard now. So we've been kind of dilly-dallying, and we've been sort of frilly-frallying, and we're not doing that any longer. What we're doing now is we're committing to our craft, to advancing our craft. Yeah, for what it's worth. You know, anybody have any ideas about what it's worth playing the guitar? Do you have any sense of like a system of value that's based on playing the guitar? What happens when we play the guitar? Is it for example, is it a waste of time? Is it a growing experience? Is it I'm neglecting something else that I should be doing right now? Is it something that we do to earn a living? Is it a bona fide profession in its own right? And you know, what is the value of playing the guitar? I suppose that's likely, you know, a dissertation or two. Isn't it, Raoul? Yeah, it probably is. Mr. Internet Guitar Practitioner himself. When I saw you start playing blindfolded, I thought, man, that is so cool. That is such a great idea. What a great thing to do. And it really changes the way it really changes the way that we approach the guitar, doesn't it? All right, let's try one of these. I know this is probably not, I don't know if this is a good one or not. I don't really like this question, but let's see if we can do anything. I know it's a lot of fun to dance. I know it's a lot of fun to get up and move around and shake those bones, because activity is usually likely the key. If there's a problem, usually activity is the solution, right? All right, so let's go ahead and one song that I really like to, I like to be right up to cut right through all of the bull. I do enjoy. I don't do it very much anymore, but I really enjoy going to watch others and move around a little bit. I'm not a really great dancer, but I do love going to Fish concerts and watching others dance and then shaking my bones a little bit too. I gotta tell you, there's something about it. And you know what? The first time you see Fish, Phish, the first time you see that band live, you just gotta give it a minute. Because over here is a doctor. He's like got his PhD or her PhD in robotics, and on your other side is like someone on an acid trip just completely melting down. And it's a real interesting situation. But one of my favorite songs, other than Foam, to dance to watch, to observe live in a live environment, is a song called Run Like an Antelope. And if you haven't been yet, it's worth going just to see what that is, what that's all about. Hopefully you get to see Antelope at a live show. Go do it, buy some tickets, enjoy yourself. Let's get this let's get this show on the road. So I've got let's see. So where are we at? We did now we're using finger 2 and 4 on 9 and 12. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. So we'll stick around because we're using some triadic work coming up. More triadic work coming up. Yes, there it is. Oh, did I see? I missed Jill. Good morning, Jill. There is something about playing music that I can't really get from any other activity. Yeah. Let's develop that thought a little bit. Let's develop that thought a little bit. Doesn't have to be today. Could be today. Could be in the live chat. It could be that we develop it over the next decade of our lives, and then we just one morning say, "Eureka! I found it," and you to me are everything. Yeah, very cool. I'm missing some things here. Guitar playing slows time. The worries recede. That's good. That's really good. Billie Jean, Caribbean Queen. How about the soundtrack from the movie? Oh my gosh. Oh, Mamma Mia. Right, yeah, you know all those tunes. I know we run those videos once in a while. We'll project them on a building and then we'll all dance outside as a little family gathering. So the ladies love it. Jira Sport, you are, yeah. I've never heard them live, and I admit I only really know the song Stash. Something. is it? Oh, there it is, right. Yeah, it's really worth checking out. I think you're going to love it. I just turned 36, been playing since I was 12, and I feel like I'm just getting started. Yeah, amen, brother. Yeah, amen. So let's go ahead and use that finger 1 and 3, and we'll go ahead and continue our warm-up approach, you know, just kind of getting the fingers ready to go. So I'm working on a Joe Bonamassa song called Breakthrough. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that song, but I'll tell you what, the blues is still very much alive, and it's very, very different. The phrasing, and you hear the song and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you realize that the riff is built on like the flat 3, so you're like starting in the middle of the minor pentatonic scale, and you're like, well, that ain't right. Well, that ain't right. But it come to find out, you learn how to play it, and then a couple of those riffs, those like licks, are just super, super crazy cool. You know, like the first riff, the first fill lick that he does, like right before, or he starts singing and there's like a little fill. That first fill is just awesome. And so I transcribed it the other day, and I'll publish it here shortly. But what a great guitar, you know, totally under-observed by me. I got to admit, I haven't been following Mr. Bonamassa's trajectory, but his like latest record, Breakthrough, is it's like his 29th #1 album. You know what I mean? I mean, how do you do that? Yeah, think about it. Just a monster, just a monster. So here we go. Excuse me. 2, 3, and 4. Let's go ahead and start 10, 11, and 12. And we're focusing on just tone shaping, you know, just tone shaping. Sometimes we focus on minimal, efficiency picking. Sometimes we focus on, you know, moving the fret hand a little less than we did the day before. What can we do to fully control each and every little thing that we do? But today we're talking about tone production. And I'm really working on my right hand, but your picking hand. Could be either hand. And if you haven't noticed yet, I am streaming mirrored, so I'm not actually a lefty, but it is unfortunately the only way I can stream really easy in the morning. This will all change in the next probably few weeks. As we prepare ourselves, we tighten up the belt and lace up those boots. And you know how when you're climbing a hill, you have a lace pattern where you're tying your laces a certain way for ascending the hill, and then another certain way of tying the patterns with double cross, double arc for descending the hill. This is just another approach to, you know, the guitar, where we can control the flavors with which, you know, we're building an ice cream sundae, and I want that to be like rich and hot and smooth chocolate over the top. You know, let's say we're a little light on the fruitiness, and we've just got a really rich, dense hot chocolate or hot cocoa or hot chocolate sauce on the top. That's really what I'm looking for, these really round, thick tones from my picking hand. And a little bit of that does have to do with the approach on the fretboard. The way we touch it when we touch the fretboard, the way we place the fingers, where we place the fingers. So actually, we're really focusing on both limbs at the same time. Hey, Jack. Oh, plus listen to him teaming up with Beth Hart. Okay, cool. Watch Joe smile when he sings. I'll tell you what a beautiful, beautiful guitar player. Just the skill, and you know he's got the, I can't really do it on this guitar, but he's got these lines where he'll, you know, the same, you know, those typical blues rolls, but he'll like bend and then release the bend and shift positions and then reinitiate a bend and then land the tone, or reach the goal tone of the phrase. Just really inspired and tasty playing that actually transitions from one position of the pentatonic situation to the next, which we've been working on together for some time now. So we're going to really enjoy this session when it drops. All right, so let's go ahead and fingers 1 and 2 and 4. We're going to try to keep up with the where we find ourselves in the space of, we're almost to the top of the hour, and so I want to be closer to the 1, 2, 3, 4s by the time we get to the top of the hour. So we're just omitting a couple of things here and there. As we proceed into 2026, we're going to start working a little bit more on our scalar approaches. We're going to work a little bit more on relying on having that PDF binder for the Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth official PDF binder. We want to have that all pretty much internalized by the time we hit the ground running in January, because this is really going to shift gears, and I don't want to terrify anybody. I really don't want to terrify anybody, but we are going places. So you know, what is it? Thinkorswim, that software, that day trading software pack, TOS. Thinkorswim, yeah, great. If you're into day trading, that's where to be. Fingers 1 and 3 and 4. All right, 9, 11, and 12, and you can tell we're just hitting it this morning. We are cruising right along. We're in the convertible Cadillac, you know, the pink Cadillac, cruising like Route 66. We're going through the desert somewhere, and roof's off, and we are just cruising. Wide open spaces, just stretching right out, exploring what the car has for a ride. Gotta fix this neck on the guitar a little bit. I guess we need a little bit of setup. Either that, maybe I'm asking too much of it. Do you ever trade off, like, I like to trade off for low action on some guitars. I trade off low action for, you know, volume. You know, so if I want to play smooth and easy, I'll lower the strings more on certain guitars, and knowing that if I give it too much gas, they're gonna bite. They're gonna kind of like choke out on me. This guitar does that to me a little bit because this is one of the guitars that I have set for lower action, right? Saw a clip of Mayer, Trucks, and Joe doing licks. Oh man. Have you seen Joe is recently on Mr. Beato's channel too? Have you seen that? Just really remarkable stuff. Song. I know a Persian scale. Blue was it? What's that song? Blues for Allah that uses that scale. Great request. For nylon strings, you need a classical guitar, or am I wrong? Well, that's a great question. You know, you want that cypress. You want that sort of like forgiving top, I think. You know, it's a different sort of bracing pattern too. This is all like X bracing, and then you ask Jill, like all of these bracings here are way different for the spruce, and then so Mr. Martin figured out that he needed to like improve the classical guitar uses fan bracing, so the bracing on the top goes like this, and then the tension on the strings is a lot less than the greater tension of these steel strings. So C.F. Martin, when he figured out how to basically help the guitar not turn into it, the guitar wants to turn into a taco, do you know what I mean, under all of that tension. Sort of like living an adult life in the 21st century, do you know what I mean? It's, you know, the fact that we're not walking around like looking like tacos bent over with all the stress is somewhat of a story in itself, isn't it? But it is a different bracing system, and so you might not get the resonance and the durations and the, you know, and sustains that you want out of putting, you know, nylon strings on a steel string guitar. So they're definitely two separate constructions altogether. I believe, that's what I believe, and that's what I've been led to believe. And through probably, you know, a few years of research, but you know, I don't know. You never know where people are getting their news from anymore, you know, it's like, geez, I thought you were intelligent, you know? I thought you were a smart person. Oh boy. So I don't know, you know, I think that's basically, it's a construction issue, right? So let's go ahead and take a look back at fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're at the top of the hour exactly right now. So perfect timing for 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 33 people watching, and if you each smash that like button or double tap your screen, we'd have, you know, a lot more likes. And that's one simple way that you could, you know, sort of be charitable this morning. You could help us out, help a brother guitar player out, and smash that like button. Yeah. I thought about putting a little change jar out too, but you know, I don't know how that would work. You need to flip pennies at your phone maybe. Hey Stan, good morning. Thanks for yesterday's tip. I've listened to my first Maybelle Carter song ever. Oh, no kidding. Yeah. While we're here in open position. What is it? Yeah, it's the C with the E7, the 3 in the bass, right? The 3 dominant, 3 major, right? So yeah, great song. We'll come back to it and revisit that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and finish up the 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll jump right back to the top of the sequence. Nylons would make your guitar sound warmer and fuller of tone. Oh, do you use nylons on your steel string rig? Or do you have a specific nylon string guitar? True, but I'm sure you can get away with using nylon on steel string if you're just starting out and you only have one guitar. That makes sense, right? Use what you got. Right. Yeah, unroll the pack from your shirt sleeve and share. Never talk politics with my dog, and we get along great. You know what's funny is that I was thinking that the other morning, and I'm like, man, what a beautiful dog he is. He just sits there in the early morning, the wee hours, and he's just like up on the, we have a little doggy recliner for us, you know. We've got two setups, you know, one for the early black and white, one for the early tri-tip sable. Murphy's kind of hanging out with me in the morning, doing the 4-finger stretch. And 1C and 2C and putting on 1C and a 2C and a putting on my 2C. And yeah, you're right. Murphy just sits there. He knows he's waiting there on the chair with his little tail. He has a docked tail, right? And I used to think that was inhumane until I realized how much springers wag their tails. And he'd have had that thing broken multiple times by now. So thank goodness someone had the foresight, you know, the experience to dock the tails of these, you know, wonderfully bred dogs. But so he's waiting for me in his recliner in the mornings with his little stump wagging, and he's doing his little thing, his little dance, and then I come over and he gets doing his little circle around in the chair, and I sit, and he doesn't get off the chair. He just moves off to the side and climbs around to make it work, right? So it's really cool because then he'll lay down on me and just sort of pin me to the chair a little bit, just kind of want to get right in there and say good morning, and with a morning embrace, right? And he just sits there and looks up at me and stares at me in my eyes, and I stare back at him and I say, Murphy, thank you so much for being such a wonderful companion, such a wonderful dog, a doggy pooch. I call him the Murphinator, Murphy Brown, Murphster. But it is, you're right, Michael, you're right. It is, the dogs just sort of understand what it means to be human, sometimes more than we do, I think, right? You know, it's just an amazing situation. Just a simple thing, just simple stuff. So 1E and a 2, you know what to do. We're doing the kickstand. This is the kickstand exercise. We're kicking that first finger back. After this, I'll go ahead and, if you have any songs that always makes you want to dance, you want to share those with us in the live chat, now is a good time, because after this, we're going to go ahead and turn that off, and we're going to start getting serious. We're going to take a little stretch, we're going to take a little breath, and just check in with our bad selves, you know, just see what's going on. Sound like a drunk bee. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. And it sounds okay. You have to work with what you got. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Amen, Raul. Someone should heart that. Oh, the Killers. Mr. Brightside. Yeah, right on. Wow. Yeah, I haven't heard that for a hot minute. All right. Anybody been working on anything, any song in particular? Anybody been working on anything that we want to share? Any projects? Like, are you writing stuff, or are you? I know Raul's been writing a little bit, and he's been working on practicing. Alienda, any of you working on anything you'd like to share with us? There we go, and we're kicked back now. Let's go ahead and put that away for now, and we'll go ahead and just take this button, take the strap button off. I like to just sit back and relax for a moment and just get my posture set. Whoo, doggy. Eleanor Green, good morning. Party Train, Gap Band. All right. Just doing a quick little stretch, and you can see that the elbow is basically straight, and you can see that I'm not in a big hurry. I know I should be in a bigger hurry to make this more watchable and have it be more just sort of, you know, watch friendly, but it does, I got to admit, if you're here for the reason of warming up with me, this makes a lot of sense. But if you're here just looking for some, high value entertainment that's going to keep you like right on the edge of your seat, this may or may not be, what you're looking for. But if you're here, I'm Jason, and welcome to the Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth, where I sit here and I stretch with my guitar for 1 hour, an entire hour of just stretching every single morning. No, not really. This is I guess it's about a 60-second stretch. And I'd use 1, 2, T, Fo to count my stretch. And I'll show you what I do when I go like this. I do 1, 2, T, Fo, and then measure 2, 2, T, measure 3, don't forget to breathe. Measure 4, 2, T, 4, and that's good. And that's got us basically stretched out and ready to continue. And what shall we continue with, you ask? Well, friends, that is a good point. Let's go ahead and see if this makes any difference. Which number is this one? Oh, hey, that's pretty bright. I don't think it's going to get much less bright. Maybe it will get a little less bright. Let's go with, let's see what happens when we go with 99. What happens here? Oh, hey, that looks pretty cool. And let's go back to 98. Can we use both? It looks kind of bright. I think I like the blue better. All right, we'll keep that on for now. Let's see what happens. Maybe this will, I'm sure, I don't know if if you know, but if you put just the right color light behind you, you can sound 20% better, right? Yeah, that definitely sounds better, right? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and Cat Named Doug. How would you go about writing a guitar tune? Well, that's a good. Are you still here? Cat Named Doug, are you still here? We could talk about it right now. Play some metal. AC/DC, Nirvana, Metallica, The Elements, anything. Are you still here? I see that, all caps. Play some metal. You're serious, man. You're serious. If you're still here, we'll get to playing some metal. Bud Lights. Whistle Arts. Hi, good morning. Cat Named Dog. Yes, you're still here. Okay, so this is going to be something that we talk about then today. So we'll use, I'll tell you what, Cat Named Dog, because I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time for about 1 hour. It's going to look a little different next year, but we are going to be here into next year. I'm trying to keep this free, right? I want to keep this, basically this part free. So it's literally my warm-up, my morning warm-up, and it's a ritual in the way that I do this ceremonially the same way every day. For whatever reason, I've discovered that if I do something the same way every day, and I really focused on it and talked a lot less than what I'm talking now, I can connect very deeply to almost the root of the universe, right? If you go deep enough and repeat enough, you can really find something else going on beneath the surface, right? You know what I mean, right? The ammonium maze. So let's go ahead and take a look at, I'm going to complete for another 3 minutes the rest of this warm-up, and then I'm going to start combining where we were earlier this week. And you can do this too. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 with down, up, and I'm just chasing the notes across one string at a time. They're a contiguous string set, so we don't have to skip and jump. But in about 2 or 3 more minutes, I'm going to come back to triads, where we've been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going going to talk a little bit about how to use those triads. And we'll start on one string in order to write a guitar song. That's such a great question. Like the very first guitar songs that really, Mood for a Day, those kinds of things are great. The very first guitar songs that really, really grabbed me was the always, is it always with me, always with you, or always with you, always with me? I forget exactly the order of operations for that title. It's a Joe Satriani title, and I think it's on that record, Surfing with the Alien, which we all know and love so well, I'm sure. But I remember that being the first sort of like, oh, you can write just guitar songs. That's pretty cool. And I've written a couple of guitar tunes in my day, but those they stem from those who come before us, right? And so we've been looking around a little bit at, how to make melody, how to make those things interesting, how to change the tone and the timbre enough so that the listener doesn't fall off. How to mean it. You got to mean what you do. Don't be mean about what you do. You got to mean it from your heart, right? So we've got one more minute. I'm going to use some pentatonics, and we're starting in position number 9 and just playing the shape, what I like to call shape number 1 of the pentatonic system. Can't hear very well today. I forgot my glasses. You're on the right track, Raul. You're on the right track, Raul. Yeah, it gets a little scrappy down there toward the first position, first 5, 6, 7 frets of the guitar. Maybe 5 frets, 4 or 5 frets. You got a couple of places where the guitar has been biting me back if I ask too much from it this morning. So I know I've been working on maintaining 45% humidity in here for all of these really nice guitars that we have that we spend time with down here. So yeah, all right, we've gotten through that. We may as well do the second and third shapes. So this is shape number 2. Well, for the most part, I'm making a couple of mistakes here and there, but this is shape number 2. And we're going to just go ahead and breathe in and out. Raul, you must also wear left-handed shorts. Stay strong, brother. That's pretty funny. We've got a pretty cool little family that's been emerging here. I wonder if I keep wondering, like I come back to, is there a project that we could actually do together? I mean, I guess there's a project. We probably should do something. It's like November, mid-November already. So fingers, we've got for shape number 1, shape number 2, shape number 3. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Where can I buy them? Kmart? Oh man, wow. Wow, we're bringing out the old school here. Where'd you get your left-handed pants? Kmart? Wow. That's funny. I haven't seen those, I haven't heard that kind of humor for a little bit of time now. A bit of spell. And then shape number 4, what are we doing? Shape number 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to leave looks like the last 10 minutes to talk about songcraft through our pentatonic adventures that we've been enjoying so far this week. And this is a little bit of review for some of us, but it's always good to revisit and enjoy that cyclical sequence that Johann Pestalozzi used to talk about. Every time we cycle back around to and revisit something that we've already moved from the known to the unknown, but when we come back and review it, or circle around and renew it, or recognize it, or re-understand it, we always open up something new in the cycle of in the learning cycle, right? Yeah, that's what he was all about. So fingers 2 and 4, we're on shape number 5, and 1 and 4, and then 2 and 4. 2 4, 1 4, 2 4, and then 2 1 4 2 4. Oh, here's 4 2 4 1 4 2 2 4 1 4 2 4 4 1 2 4 2 4. Yeah, 2 4 2 4. Yeah, you get the point. 4 2 1 4 and then 2 4. You get what's going on here. I know you do. Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and start switching that flipping that switch. Is that what we've got to do? Let's flip that switch, and we're going to use our thinking caps now. And what I like to do when I'm playing my warm up, I like to use material that's already absorbed. It's already learned. It's already in the system, so to speak. When I start to break away from the quote unquote warm up of my life, which is every day here at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, live, right? So you want to be here. When we move away from this into the world of practical application or practice, as guitar practitioners, we must practice as well. So we warm up before we practice and break new ground, absorb new material, learn new things, move from the known to the unknown. So we're going to take some of the things, and this is just a really simple approach now. I'm kind of a simple guitar player. I'm really enjoying, just playing like some kind of, let's pick a string. Why don't we pick a high string and commit to it, right? So let's pick the high E string and let's think, hey, what if we were the late great Mr. Edward Van Halen? We've got this beautiful triadic system. It's not always convenient for us to get, from here, the 0 or the root, the 3, and the 5 to the other root, unless we slide, thinking like Green Tinted 60s Mind from like Paul Gilbert and Mr. Big, the intro, where you're using those slides, those really nice, large slides from one position to the next. Super useful. But we're going to use that as our stepping point. see. All right, so, chill, brother. What's that all about? What's going on here? Listen to me. Oh, I see someone's wanting to be seen. All right. All right. Did I missed something here, I guess. Bro, play G and F, then F chords. You will get the song, and then this down up 2 times. Repeat as many times as you want. All right, G and F. Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laying in bed. Everything I was back in bed. I was back. Is that a Bob Dylan tune? Not sure. Love the chord progression though. Like one of my favorite Mixolydian riggins right there for sure. Ivan Petkov, good morning. Good morning. It's good, bro. I'll buy you a plate if you bang out Zach White's Rust with. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, yeah, there you go. So let's take a look. What happens when we want to write a guitar song? Like, do we actually, like, can we do this live? Something really simple. So the trick is to get, you know, kind of you know, get a couple of devices, you know, melodic devices, a scale or a couple of notes, a single string would be great. Right, and then you can add like a lower E string. This all becomes very exciting when you start, once we start realizing that we don't really need like a whole lot to write a guitar song. It's just a catchy melody that's well balanced. It goes up and down and it stays the same. So what I mean by that, there's a B section. And that's, you know, that's really, there's not much more to it than that. And then if you wanted to take it other places, you could, right? We could start taking it to this old sleeve, shirt sleeve. So we have this nice, you know, now we're moving through some chords that kind of play well when we play all 6 strings. it's funny how you, let's see, you're the best guitar of the, I'm not sure what's happened to this live chat, but I don't have the idea. Well, I don't know what's going on, and I'm probably a better person for that. That's my guess. So why don't we? Who do we need to? Let's go ahead and just kind of do one of these things. Oh, there we go. Jeez, I'm taking. Yeah, funny stuff. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're gonna get ready to take off for the day. But the idea is that it's a really simple thing. It can be a really simple thing to write guitar-based music. So we just start with something that we like, something that helps us feel good about melodic movement. Could be a half step. It could be another half step followed by a minor third. You know, just get creative and then repeat it. Right, that's it. It's so simple just to get going on something, and then maybe write a few lyrics around it. Yeah, it's good. It's all good. And I appreciate, let me fix the camera. I appreciate you being here with all of us today, and I appreciate you experimenting with sarcasm and the wackiness in the live chat's been a real pleasure today. I've got to tell you, I look forward to that kind of stuff. I'm going to go with the Wayne's World etiquette here and say the word "not" after, just so we can understand where I want to focus. I'd like to really focus on guitar work, and so that's what we shall focus on. And I hope that you all have a super day, and I hope you all are able to come back and join us tomorrow right here at the same bat time, same bat place. And you're more than welcome. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you all, especially Kevin. Have a great day. Happy picking.